Well, somewhere in the south of Stockholm region, it's Umbrick 17, which is with me right here. I'm holding it as we speak, and it says 17, and you can also see that it's FFA and that it's an Umbrick. You can see that it actually says Umbrick, and FFA on the side here too, which isn't totally clear. This is the market, of course, 2046, the sequel novel to 2023, written as a Forced Futuristic Art project. So, Pries Verhon is my name, Forced Futuristic Art is my game. An Umbrick is obviously not a move brick, since it's not part of a people's spirit, it's mobile and a celebration of life. And a Project Umbrick is not a Project Move book, since Project Move book has 24 pages and Project Umbrick has 52 pages. And it's a covered certificate too, because I have 3 covered shots. I don't have any faster Wi-Fi either, so that's too bad. Let's move on. And again, false start. Yes, no, I will not do a reading now. I will place a brick and then I'll do a reading on Twitch. Well, I hate Amazon and wow, if you know what I mean. Okay, the brick is right here and it will be placed. Umbrick number 17 will be placed. It will not be part of the People's Pyramid, since it's Forced Futuristic Art project, which the People's Pyramid is not. Hey Lears, here we go. The brick will be placed. It will be placed. Oh, and it's placed. Well, the brick has been placed. It says number 17, Umbrick number 17. I turned it over to hide my personal details in order to, well, have my Forced Futuristic Art underground to keep it from falling into the wrong hands. But this brick can be yours for free. If you want to buy a brick, however, like number 18, only 23 will be made, you can. Just go to coffee.com/priesverhon and you can get it. But this brick has been placed. But where? Well, somewhere in the south of the Stockholm region. Okay, there we go. Bye! Well, somewhere in the south of Stockholm region, it's Umbrick 17, which is with me right here. I'm holding it as we speak. And it says 17. And you can also see that it's FFA and that it's an Umbrick. You can see that it actually says Umbrick. And FFA on the side here too, which isn't totally clear. This is the market, of course, 2046, the sequel novel to 2023, written as a Forced Futuristic Art project. So, Pries Verhon is my name, Forced Futuristic Art is my game. An Umbrick is obviously not a move brick, since it's not part of a piece, it's mobile, it's a celebration of life. And the Project Umbrick is not a Project Move book, since Project Move book has 24 pages and Project Umbrick has 52 pages. And it's a covered certificate too, because I have 3 covered shots. I don't have any faster Wi-Fi either, so that's too bad. Let's move on. again, false start. Yes, no, I will not go reading on the place brick and then I'll go reading on Twitch. Well, I hate Amazon. You know what I mean? Okay, the brick is right here and it will be placed. Umbrick 17 will not be part of the People's Pyramid since it's forced to a spell product which the People's Pyramid is not. Hey Lewis, there we go, the brick will be placed. It will be placed. Oh, and it's placed. Close. Yeah, Pries Verhon is my name and for futuristic art is my game. Yes, somewhere in the Stockholm region there are certain Umbrick has been placed. Umbrick 17 that is. But I will now read from 2046, the novel, which is consisting of 40 Umbricks, not 40 movies. You know, sit down, it's windy in February, obviously. Anyway, Pries Verhon is my name, and for futuristic art is my game. And this is 2 pages from 2046, variant 3, the longest and last variant. The first variant of 2046 is already available from Amazon. I hate Amazon, and Amazon owns Twitch, so you gotta do what you gotta do. The year is 2022 and August 23rd, 2022 means the release of 2046 variant 2, probably via Amazon. Next year, August 23, 2023, comes the last and final version of 2046 variant 3. I'm also writing 2069, but it takes quite a long time, but I will hopefully finish it before 2046. And again, false start. Yes, I will now read 2 pages and I quote, yes, quote unquote, and again, false start. And I do quote, it is being written as we speak. Page 257. And there we go. With the past, present or the future is for obvious reasons important. So, let us start with the background. I must give you the background and story of the Force Futuristic Art Manifesto. I must bring you the past so that you can understand the future and the manifesto. I must put it in context. I believe that context and background is important, so I will give you a background. Later in this manifesto, I will also provide a manual so that it is possible for you, the reader, to create your own Force Futuristic art. But I must now provide you with background, the context and some form of blueprint and information on what Force Futuristic art is, has been and will be. I will now start with the background. Pay attention. In 2014, I was in personal dire straits, not in any kind of obsolete rock band, mind you, but on the extreme dole. In Sweden, we have a form of last line of social support, lifeline, or whatever you may call it. It basically means that you have to report to the local city on what jobs you start, what income, if any, you have, and what you need apart from the very bare necessity. This is a hard-no life, forgive the pun. And some of this information is already available in the Aleppo Manifesto. Since the Aleppo Manifesto is a Force Futuristic Art Manifesto, that is well and proper, and this is a slight rewrite and very important to read, understand, and to put into context. This is page 258, by the way. If you do not read this, you will not understand the background, and you will not understand what Force Futuristic art is. You will not understand this manifesto without reading the background. I will now keep explaining the background. Pay attention. As mentioned earlier, 2014 was somewhat of a rough year, but I decided to fight the system and fight for power and also to fight for law. I fought for law and behold, I actually won. I won against bureaucracy and the extreme dole, and I did it to using and creating Force Futuristic art. It is really quite simple. I had to complete certain tasks in order to get my paycheck, welfare, whatever you may call it. And it had to be done with bureaucratic correctness. Doing it wrong basically meant no money. So I took it upon myself to attach art. I created some trailers for my feature film, for example. I invited the city workers to my anti-racist events. I applied for more money than I could get, just to be denied said money and have a case in the lowest of courts here in Sweden. For that being said, I applied for money not to get money, but in order to bring my art not only to the city workers, but to the court. Also to invite more people to my anti-racist events. And in order to create Force Futuristic art. I must now explain why this art is forced. Since it is hard to explain your art, I need to just make it and spread it. Since it's hard to get others to even be interested in art, I need to just make it, spread it, and make it available. So there we are. That's 2 pages from 2046, the sequel novel to 2023. Yes, I visited the Welcome to the Dark Ages way back in 2017. I did write the sequel novel in 3 variants, so it's a form of a trilogy. Also, an Umbrick has been placed. As you can see, this is Umbrick number 17, which has been placed with the covered certificate and everything. But I will turn it around because I need to keep my work back on the ground to keep it from falling into the wrong hands. Anyway, Pries Verhon is my name and futuristic art is my game. You can also get your brick at coffee.com/Pries Verhon. This is brick number 17. Only 23 bricks will be made in total, so you can get it, but you have to get it fast before it will be placed. But it will be placed in a very secret place, so it's hard to find it. And again, false start. Pries Verhon is my name. Futuristic art is my game. And again, false start. Hail Eos! Hail Discordia! The brick has been placed!